each and every one of you listening has a connection to either one civilization in the universe or perhaps a group of civilizations in the universe that are seeking to be of assistance to humanity at this time. And the way that they offer that assistance is through and as you. You are here as a sort of team of individuals, all with the same mission of helping shift frequency. What you need to do is disconnect from your observation of the current reality and instead refocus your attention on your true identity. Another way of saying that is you take your attention off of the situation that is stressful and you put your attention on source energy. And so we've very much been looking forward to this interaction, and we appreciate your participation with this interaction. Now, what's interesting and what's true is that each and every one of you listening, whether you're here live or listening to the replay, has a connection to either one civilization in the universe or perhaps a group of civilizations in the universe that are seeking to be of assistance to humanity at this time. And the way that they offer that assistance is through and as you. So there is a sort of mandate within the universe of non-interference, meaning we cannot come down physically and be of assistance in that way. But what we can do is sort of infiltrate the energy system of the collective by placing individuals such as yourself in these physical incarnations. And then we can use your energy bodies or your energy systems as a sort of broadcast mechanism for a higher frequency. Now, as we say that to you, what we wish for you to know is that you, your soul self, your higher self, your true identity is completely on board with this mission. And so there is no sort of situation taking place where we would ever we'll use the word hijack an energy system without the permission of the soul who is incarnating into that body or into that energy body. And so you are here as a sort of team of individuals, here all with the same mission of helping shift frequency. Now, the reason that you care so deeply about this cause, if you will, is because each and every one of you have a deep connection to Earth as a being and to the human civilization as a sort of a work of art or emanation of the divine. And so we say this to you in the same way that you would look at it as a sort of toddler or even an infant or a young one. You would understand as you gaze at that child or those children that they are at a stage in their development that you would call a sort of, not necessarily a lower stage, but they are at an early stage, let's put it that way, an early stage in their development. And so there are things they know, and there are things that they don't know. And oftentimes, based on the things that they don't yet know, they act in certain ways, or they may say certain words, or they act in a way that is appropriate to their level of development. And so we bring that message to you on this day and this week because humanity, as a sort of civilization, you have to understand that it is at a certain level of development, and based on its age and based on its experiences, it is at an appropriate level of development. We say this to you because we wish for you to know that nothing has gone wrong. However, in the same way that a toddler or a child sometimes needs assistance to help it grow or to help it evolve, humanity as a collective is also in need of a little assistance. And we come through, or we join you with this sort of desire to be of energetic assistance as a sort of support system. We are not doing it for the Earth civilization or the human civilization, meaning we are not taking over and doing the work for the human civilization. All we are doing is broadcasting these various higher frequencies that are of assistance to help the collective consciousness and the human consciousness do this inner work or do this energy work that is necessary to evolve into the next stage of development. So again, we say that to bring you a sort of energy of comfort to know that even as you look out in the world and you see the chaos and you see certain situations that you do not prefer and you see all of this happening and you think, what is going on with this crazy planet? We just bring through this comforting message that nothing has gone wrong, that Earth, the collective consciousness of this human civilization, is at this certain level of consciousness, this level of development, and all that you see unfolding in your Earth plane, although you do not prefer it, we say again that it is reflective of the level of consciousness and the level or the phase of development that humanity is at. And so as time moves forward and as things progress, of course, just like a child moving up the grades in the school system or moving up in terms of its development, you will notice that the human civilization or the collective consciousness is moving up in terms of its levels of consciousness and its evolution. It may not seem like that right now because you could equate what's unfolding right now on the Earth plane as a sort of, we'd equate it to a sort of temper tantrum of a toddler, right? So if you think of the energy that a toddler expresses when it is having a tantrum, that is sort of the energy of the collective consciousness at this time. So how do you ease a toddler when a toddler is having a tantrum? Well, as much as possible, you come in with a balancing energy. So if the toddler is in a reactive mode, if the toddler is angry, if the toddler is yelling, if the toddler is acting out, if that is the situation, then as the one who has reached a higher level of development, you as the adult would come in and you would bring a balancing energy. You would bring a soothing energy, a peaceful energy, an energy that is recognizing that the phase that one is in they will move out of that phase. They will eventually leave that phase behind to evolve into the next stage of their development. That is the natural flow of evolution, the natural flow of growth. It's the same with the evolution of consciousness. And if you find this content interesting, then you are here as a beacon of light. You are here as that adult coming in to comfort the toddler who is angry or who is in chaos. You are here to bring a different frequency that will bring a sense of peace or a sense of soothing or a sense of comfort at this time. So this is what we wish to leave you with, because this is the difficult thing about being in that role of bringing the balancing energy. It's that when you are in the room with the toddler and they are reactive and having this chaotic energy or they are yelling, it's hard to maintain your focus on the energy that you want to bring in. Why? Because there's always a temptation to go into reaction yourself and to mirror that energy and bring that energy and focus on that energy. But we would ask you this, if the toddler is having a reaction or a tantrum, and you as the adult came into the room and you started having a tantrum or a reaction, can you see how that would not serve any of you, right? It would definitely not soothe the toddler. It would cause unnecessary stress for you. And so this is our tip for you as we prepare to end this gathering on this day. It's that as much as possible, what you need to do is disconnect from your observation of the current reality, the observation of that temper tantrum of the toddler, and instead refocus your attention on your true identity, which is always peaceful, always in this place of love and compassion, always in this place of at peace with whatever unfolds. Another way of saying that is you take your attention off of the situation that is stressful and you put your attention on source energy, either your idea of God's source, infinite consciousness, or your higher self, your true identity, whatever it is that creates a sort of energy field or state of being where you feel peaceful and you feel soothed, so that when you start going out into the world and you're interacting with all these different energies, that you are the one creating for yourself a state of being of peace. Now, you are not doing that because you necessarily have to fix the problems of of everyone around you. You are doing that because that is what feels good to you. That is a state of connection. And as you focus on remaining in that state of being of connection, and you bring that to your world and your loved ones around you, it is very much like that adult self coming in and bringing soothing to the one who is suffering. We would say that all of these chaotic energies or these temper tantrums that various individuals are having, or the chaos, it's very much like the young child who is suffering. Another way of saying that is that they are in a state of fear. Their system has detected a threat, and so they are in this reactive mode, this survival mode. And so the antidote to that, of course, is to bring the higher frequency, the awareness that your true identity is this soul self, this eternal self. In that place, nothing has gone wrong. You are full of peace. You are full of compassion. And so you usher that energy into your life, first of all, to bring comfort to yourself so that you can enjoy your life. And then you begin to emanate it outwards. You emanate it outwards. So with all that in mind, we will leave you with the greeting Sat Nam, which of course means true identity. And this is reflective of what we just said to you. We, as a more developed civilization, understand your true identity. We see that, we sense that, we know that as a vibrational frequency that we can beam and broadcast back to you to help you anchor that for yourselves. And so that is the work. You remember who you truly are, and you remember what that feels like in your energy body, and then you begin to anchor that for yourself. And then you become an emanation of that energy outwards in service to all creation and in service to the collective consciousness. And so with all of that in mind, we leave you with that greeting on this day, Sat Nam, to each and every one of you. Sat Nam.